Welcome to the Interesting Stories YouTube channel, where we share fascinating, real-life, and mysterious stories from around the world. What is the secret behind Bhangarh Fort, Rajasthan? By the way, India has always remained a center of tourist attraction. There are more than one amazing center of tourism in different states of India, and when we are talking about tourist places, then many historical buildings are formed in our mind. There are many such historical buildings and forts in our country, about which stories are prevalent, and one of the same historical buildings, the Fort of Bhangarh, which is also known as the Haunted Fort. On hearing the name of Bhangarh Fort, there is an atmosphere of panic among the people. What is the secret of this Fort of Bhangarh? Is there really a haunt of ghosts here, or are there just some heard things? Are the people who really go here at night not come back? This is a question to which no one really has the right answer. Those who believe it are ghostly, and those who do not believe it are just fiction. Regardless of the truth, people come here in large numbers. In the state of Rajasthan of India, there has been the rule of many kings Maharajas, due to which many fort are built here. All the forts located here tell many stories behind them. One of these forts is also the Fort of Bhangarh, about 235 kilometers from Delhi. This fort is located in the Alwar district of Rajasthan. This fort is situated at one end of Sariska National Park, situated between Jaipur and Delhi Road. The Fort of Bhangarh is famous for its history of ruin and mysterious events. Even it is counted among the scariest places in India. This fort is even mysterious that a warning has been issued by the archaeological department regarding not entering the fort before sunrise and after sunset. Mysterious incidents occurring in Bhangarh Fort. This Fort of Bhangarh is now desolate in a dilapidated state. People say that in the night here one can hear the voices of crying and shouting, the sound of anklets, and the echo of gungurs. While many scientists say that due to the closure of the fort for quite some time, bats, beetles and cockroaches have become excessive here, due to which the voices come. There are many arguments on whether there are ghosts or not, but to what extent is there truth in these things, no one knows. But after searching the archaeologists, this fort has been declared unusual, and at the entrance of the fort it has been written that entry into the fort is prohibited before sunrise and after sunset. History of Bhangarh Fort. This fort was built in 1573 by King Bhagwant Das of America. This fort has been inhabited for 300 years before it was destroyed. King Bhagwant Das had a son, Man Singh, who was very close to the Mughal Emperor Akbar. Man Singh's brother Madhos Singh made the fort his capital in 1613. Madhos Singh had three sons, Sujan Singh, Chhatra Singh and Tej Singh, of which Chhatra Singh got the right to Bhangarh Fort after the death of Madhos Singh. There are so many stories about this Fort of Bhangarh that it has also been called a bastion of ghosts. The history of this creepy ruins has centuries of history closed. Many centuries-old stories are behind the destruction of this fort. There are not one or two but hundreds of stories related to this fort, but no evidence has been found of the truth of these stories yet. There are many stories about Bhangarh Fort being unusual, out of which three are main and famous. Story of Yogi Rishi Balinatha's curse. According to the first story, the place where King Bhagwant Das built the fort was the place of sage Balinath. The sage had allowed King Bhagwant Das to build the fort with the promise that the fort should not fall on his hut or tapa. King Bhagwant Das built the fort keeping in mind the promise, but later his son Madhos Singh disobeyed the promise and also built the upper floors of the fort, which caused the shadow of the fort to fall on the hut of sage Balinath Ji, which enraged Balinath Ji cursed that this fort will no longer be inhabited. It is said that the fort collapsed due to the effect of his curse. Story of Princess Ratnavati and Tantric Sindhu Savada. According to this story, Princess Ratnavati of Bhangarh was very beautiful. Her beauty was discussed in Bhangarh and other states as far and wide. The princes of many states were willing to marry him. A powerful tantric named Sindhu Savada lived in the state of Bhangarh. He was very proficient in black magic, tantra mantra. Seeing Princess Ratnavati, he became so impressed by her beauty that at any cost he wanted to get Princess Ratnavati. Sindhu Savada was a very powerful tantric of that time, who could subdue anyone with his black magic. Tantric Sindhu Savada planned to subdue the princess. The princess loved perfume very much. One day when Princess Ratnavati's maid went to the market to get perfume for her, Sindhusavada sent the perfume containing the medicine of Vashakaran mantra to the princess using tantric powers on the perfume bottle given to the princess. Her plan was that the princess would be subjugated by the influence of the Vashakaran mantra. But the princess tantric got tricked and threw the perfume bottle on a rock, causing the perfume bottle to break on the rock itself, and the whole perfume fell into the rock. Due to the influence of Tantra lore, that rock started moving towards Tantric Sindhusavada at a rapid pace. When the Tantric saw the rock coming towards him, he saw his death coming near. Then, in anger, he cursed Bhangarh for ruining his souls after wandering in the fort, and Sindhusavada died by being buried under a rock. It is said that since then, even today, spirits in the fort wanders under the influence of the Tantric's curse. Story of the treasure behind the haunting of the fort. Regarding the fort of Bhangarh, it is believed that centuries ago, when this city was destroyed, all the treasure here was buried in its rubble, which could not be taken to any other place at that time. So to save this treasure from the eyes of the people, the illusion of having ghosts was spread here, which is spread till this day. Some interesting facts about Bhangarh Fort. It is said that in the corridors of this fort, the sound of gungars and the cry of someone is heard at night. It is also said that the person who enters the king's basement dies, and even today the king in the fort court declares his decision. It is also heard by the people that anyone who has gone to this fort at night has been found dead.